say you're Black American, right? So do you understand what he's trying to show you? He's showing you that we are the people of the book, all right? Just like when we read in this book, a lot of us believe, hey, I wouldn't believe in this book if there weren't prophecies in this book. That's a prophecy that came to pass, all right? I'm going to show you some things in this Bible that, you know, how we can relate to this Bible. Give me Song of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 11, all right? Just like I can see how you got your hair dreaded all up on all that, right? Ain't no other group of people doing that, right? That's our thing right there, right? You might see some of the other nations, they might try to copy it, but it's our thing. Watch this, read.
Song of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 11. His head is as the most fine gold, and his locks are bushy and black as a raven.
He said his locks are bushy and black as a raven. What people got locks today? Us as a people, right? This is this is King Solomon. One of the wisest kings that ever walked the face of this earth.
That's right.
Proving that he's what? A black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
Give me chapter 1 and verse 5. We're going to prove it even further. Read that.
The Song of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black, but comely, ye daughters of Jerusalem.
You hear what he said? He said, I am black, but comely, right? Solomon tell you that he's black and he's beautiful, because that's what comely means, right? Read.
As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon, look not upon me, because I am black.
So he's telling you that he what? He's a black man. Proving that these people are black in the Bible. Showing you the texture of his hair. Showing you the color of his skin. Showing you that these people look like you and me. Give me the book of Ezekiel chapter 8 and verse 3. Give me Ezekiel. Let's see what it says about Ezekiel. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 8 and verse 3. And he put forth the form in hand and took me by a lock.
So he took him by what?
By a lock of mine.
He took him by a lock of his, letting him know what? He had his hair locked up just like you got yours. Proving that we are the people of this Bible. These people look like you and I, right? So we got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments of God, right? Give me Moses. Give me the book of Exodus chapter 2 and start at verse 17. Read what you got.
Exodus chapter 2 and verse 17. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flocks.
Where is it?
19. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds.
What color did he call? He called Moses an Egyptian. What color are the Egyptians? They can't be white like they put on TV, right? The real Egyptians are black, according to the Bible. They're black men, right? Let you know that Moses was a black man. Because remember, Moses was raised up in Egyptian customs, right? But Moses is from the tribe of, he's from the tribe of Levi. He's also one of Israel, right? Give me Paul, because they love to go to Paul, right? Give me Paul, read that. Acts chapter 21, read.
Acts chapter 21 and verse 37. And as Paul was led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, can thou speak Greek? Art thou that Egyptian? Before these days made an uproar.
See what he called Paul? He called Paul an Egyptian. Paul couldn't have been no white man, but Paul had to be a black man, and we read those things right out of the Bible. So he showed you the curses, right? He went through some of the curses and showed you some of those curses, right? Because we cursed in the sin, we cursed in the, give me that, Deuteronomy 28:16. Right? He went through these curses, proving who we are in the Bible, showing you why these things happen to us as a people. Hold that real quick and then give me Amos 3. We'll come right back. Give me Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Saw that one, read that.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord spake against you, O children of Israel.
What God said, hear this word that I'm speaking to you. He only speaking to the children of Israel. That's these people on this sign. Read.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Which he brought forth from the land of Egypt. Proving again who those people are. Read.
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Hear what God said, he said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Right? Read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
What God said, he said, I'm going to punish you for all your iniquities if you don't do what I say do. He said, I'm going to allow you to go through these things that you go through if you don't do what I say do. He's going to allow us to be at the bottom. He's going to allow us to be shot down. He's going to allow us to go through these lower states that we in because we don't want to obey God. Right? We got to learn to obey God and come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. Churches like to teach us that it's free. You believe in free will? You believe in free will, right? Let's see what God said. Give me that. You got that Deuteronomy 30 and 19.
You know?
Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
God said, he said, I set before you life and I set before you death. Read.
Blessings and cursing.
Blessings and curses. Read.
Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
He said, choose life that both thou and thy seed may live. God only gave you two choices to choose from. Either you're going to choose death or you're going to choose life. You're going to choose the blessings or you're going to choose the curses. Right? We got to learn to do the will of God, because there ain't no free will like man like to teach us. Give me Psalms 40 and 8. This is the will that we're supposed to be following. Read that.
Psalms chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will, oh my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart.
See that? That's the will of God, is keeping his laws. That's what God wants us to do.
That's right.
Obey him and keep his laws. Because remember, he said those laws is what give us life. Right? He put before us life and death. We either gonna be in or the other. Right? Ain't no in between. Ain't no free will I can just do what I want to do. No. Ain't like that. Church, that's what got us messed up as a people.
That's right.
Either we're gonna be doing the will of God or we're gonna be following the will of Satan. Give me 1 Peter 4 and 3. Give me 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 3. This is the will of Satan. Read that.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time past of our lives may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
So we have wrought the will of the Gentiles, right? Our people don't know that, but read.
When we walked in lasciviousness.
We walked in lasciviousness, those sexual sins, right? Read.
Lust,
right? Because a lot of us lust when we see women, we lust after women. A lot of us, we covetous, we lust after money and all those things, right? Those things are the will of the devil. Read.
Excess of wine.
Excess of wine, getting drunk, right? Because we ain't supposed to be getting drunk. Now we can drink wine, but the Lord said we ain't supposed to be getting sloppy drunk where we can't understand what's going on around us. All right, read.
Reveling. Banqueting.
Revelings and banquetings, right? Meaning having them wild parties and getting drunk at all these parties and you know how we do in the backyard parties. We got the big bottles of vodka, the big hens and all that. We turning up back there in the backyard, everybody drunk, right? That's what he's talking about. Read.
And abominable idolatries.
And abominable idolatries, right? So when we start to keep the traditions of men, start to follow the ways of the world, we in the midst of idolatry, right? You know what idolatry is? I'm going to give you some examples of idolatry. Give me Colossians 2 and 8. Let me get the book of Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Read that.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men.
After the traditions of men, right? After the rudiments of the world is the things that the traditions of men that men follow, right? We're not supposed to be keeping them things like Christmas, right? Mother's Day and Father's Day and all that. Those things are not in the Bible. God told us to honor our mother and our father, but he didn't say make no day out of it. All right? Give me Jeremiah chapter 10. Give me that. Jeremiah chapter 10. These are the things that keep us in the midst of idolatry. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord spake unto you, O house of Israel.
He keeps saying it over and over and over. I'm talking to you, Israel. Read.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
The Bible said don't learn the ways of the heathens. Because the heathens are everybody that's outside of this sign. He said don't learn the ways of the heathens. Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, or the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain.
So he's going to tell you this custom that's vain, right? This custom that we shouldn't be following as a people. That our people follow so hard today. Read.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen.
So he can explain it. One going to the forest, he cut a tree down out of the forest, right? Read.
With the axe, they deck it with silver and with gold.
So they deck this tree, they deck it with silver and with gold. What does that sound like today that some of our people keep today? Huh? What again? When we deck something, we deck a tree with silver and gold. What time of year do we do that? Christmas time, right? God told us that's a custom of the heathens, and we're not supposed to be following that thing. All right? Give me Psalms 106 and 35. Psalms 106 is, how you doing? What's your name?
Denise.
You got a question?
Nah.
You got no question? Read that.
Psalms chapter 106, verse 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their ways.
You see that? We was mingled amongst the heathen when we got over here. We mingled amongst them now. And we learned their ways. We learn their customs. We follow after the things that they do. The foods they eat, the way that we dress as a people, right? All those things are their customs, and we follow their customs. God didn't tell us to do that. God told us even how to dress. He gave our women a dress code. Did you know that, sister? He gave our women a dress code. I'm going to show you that, because we got to show our people these things. Give me that, 1 Timothy. You got that? Read.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
What you think modest apparel is, sister?
Covered up.
Covered up, right? Covered up. So why women ain't covered up today?
It's hot.
It's what?
It's hot.
I know it's hot, but the Bible said we got to cover up. Because if we don't cover up, then other men will start to do what? They start to lust after you. They start to undress you with their eyes. Right? They think that everything is going through their mind what they want to do to you. Right? But married.
Right.
Right? Read it again.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
You said cover up. So how should our women cover up?
Not having nothing showing.
Not having nothing shown. How would you cover it up?
With long attire, I guess.
Long attire, right? I'm going to help you out. Give me that.
What?
Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Hear that, sis? The Bible said that the woman should wear which pertains unto a man. What things pertains to a man that women wear? There you go.
We should wear pants.
Read it again. Read it again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
He said
So
pants.
wear dresses.
So women, right? Women shouldn't wear the things that pertains to a man, right? Because even when you put on pants, they're gonna do what? It's gonna show off the curves. It's gonna show off your body and all that, right?
Okay.
It's gonna show all that. But the Bible said our women need to cover up, and that thing right there should be only for your husband to see. All right, read. Keep on reading.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Because if a man put on a woman's garment, if you see a man roll up over here with a dress on, what you gonna say? You gonna say he can't something wrong with him, right? The same thing how the Lord look at the women as well. The Lord calls that cross-dressing, believe it or not. You looking at me like you shocked. Huh? That's what it is. Read it again. Did you finish it?
Neither shall the man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
You hear that? God said you're an abomination if you do that. So what's an abomination? What do you think an abomination is? Abomination is something that the Lord hates, right? God said he hates that, right? He hates to see our women dressed in pants or revealing their bodies and all that. He said he hates to see the men, the young black men and all that walking around here in dresses and having on women attire. God said he hates that thing, right? Read that.
Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 8.
Before you read that, give me Sirach 15 and 13. Sirach 15 and verse 13. Because remember, God said an abomination is something that he hates. Read.
Sirach chapter 15 and verse 13. The Lord hated all abominations, and they that feared God loved it not.
So they that fear God, they love it not. Right? I don't want God to hate me, so I want to do what God say. You understand what I'm saying? So what we got to do? We got to do what? Change the mindset. We got to change the mind because why? TV and movies and things that we hear on the radio and all that have messed the minds up of our people. It destroyed us as a people. Honestly, it destroyed us as a people. Because now you look at, man, the women coming outside damn near naked. That's the clothes that they wearing now. It's almost look like they just come outside in a fishnet with bra and what did they call it? Lingerie. That's what they come outside in lingerie. Like it's crazy in there. What happened to the people? What happened to our people? God said that we was a royal people, a set apart people. That's right. Give me that in Exodus 19 and 5. Exodus chapter 19 and verse 5. Read that.
Exodus chapter 19 and verse 5. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenants, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me.
God said that we are peculiar people unto him, meaning God said that we were special, right? But we broke that covenant with God to follow after other gods, and he turned his back on us. Give me Jeremiah 2 and 11 real quick. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 11, read that.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 11. Have a nation changed their gods? Yet are yet no gods?
He said, have these other nations changed their gods? But they know gods? They gods are no God, they just worshiping idols. Read.
But my people have changed their glory for that which do not profit.
He said, God said his people change their glory, change their God for things that don't profit us. And that's what got us at the bottom of society today. Right? Because we want to follow after the ways of America and do the things of America. We want to celebrate Christmas. We want to celebrate all these things that they celebrate instead of obeying God.
Right.
That's what got us at the bottom of today. Sin, sis. What is sin? What you think sin is?
Things that we're doing wrong.
Say that again. I can't hear you.
Things that we are doing wrong.
All right, things we're doing wrong. What you think sin is? I know you know a little something. What's sin? All right, let's see what sin is. Read that.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is the breaking of God's laws, sis. Right? Just when God told the women to dress modest and cover up. If our women are not dressing modest and covering up, they're in the midst of sin, according to God. You're in the midst of sin, sis. So that we got to just come out here and call it out and let our people know that the error that they're following. Because the churches ain't teaching us the right way to follow. How you love God? How we love God?
Doing right by God.
Doing right by God. What you
Doing
say?
the right thing.
What you say?
Tell me.
Good question. How do we love God? Sis, how you doing?
I follow his commandments.
Question. I mean, I know
Tell me.
God.
That sound
I
right.
mean, I knew about the Bible, just like I was telling him. I was raised up in the churches, and just like I was telling him, if you pass by the churches now today, they're all empty.
Why is that?
Nobody is there.
Why is that? Give me that. Let me show you how we love God.
People just not into the church.
Because they ain't teaching us what they not
like
teaching.
the way we was raised.
They ain't teaching us. Honestly, so churches are not teaching us what we need to get up out of these conditions that we in. Right? For far too long, we had churches on what? Everywhere you go in our neighborhoods, we got 2 or 3 churches on the same block.
Right.
Crime still happening in our neighborhood.
Right.
Gunshots still ringing in our neighborhood.
Bring it out.
Abortion and all them things still running rampant in our neighborhood. Why is that? Why is that? And we got all these churches on our blocks. Somewhere broken and somebody ain't teaching somebody something. Something is broken somewhere, right? We have gotten away from what this is. We forgot away what this truly is. And a lot of us don't know how to love God. Churches teach us all we got to do is believe and then we're going to be all right. That's how you love God. No, this is how you love God. Read that.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
God said this is how you show that you love me. Because you can't jump up. Can you give him a hug? We can't give them no hug, right? Can you call them? Because like churches, we tell you what, Jesus on the main line and all that. Oh no, you can't do none of
You can't
that.
call on Jesus.
You can't do none of that. That ain't what he's talking about.
I ain't talking about on
God
the
said
phone.
if he's a God of action, you got to show me that you love me. Right? It's just that you married sister. When you married, you got children, How do you show your children that you love them? Do things for them and all that, right?
When they get in situations, I be there for them.
Be there for them.
And
Right.
they can't never make it out on their own. They always running, finding their way back to my house.
So you see what I'm saying? You showing action. You showing that you love them by your actions, right? So there's God over God telling his people, you got to show me, right? Give me that in what is it? 1 Samuel 2 and 3. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 3. Read what you got.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 3. Talk no more exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
God said he weigh our actions. He weigh the things that we do, right? He wants to see if we going to obey him or not, or we going to obey man. Right? Because man is what got us in trouble today.
That's
following
right.
after the ways of this world.
Right.
Give me Jeremiah 7 and 8. That what got us in the conditions that we in today. So are we going to change for God? That's the thing. That's the question that you got to ask. Are you going to change? Is God in agreement with your life?
Nah.
You think God is in agreement with your life?
Nah, I know
Huh?
he ain't.
So you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of God?
I'm not.
Are you or are you
I gotta
not?
work on
I
that.
am not. I mean, I sin every day. I'm sinning when I'm sleeping with a man and not married.
There you go. Hey, give me that. Exodus 22 and 16. Give me that. Give me that, because we got to read that for our people. Read that. Those are the things that's going rampant in our neighborhoods today, in our communities today, right? So hey, just like you said, read what you got.
Exodus chapter 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid.
So if a man entice a maid, right? He spit that game to her, right? He come and spit that game, read.
That is not betrothed and lie with her.
You lie with that woman, read.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Bible said if you lay with that woman, you got to make that woman your wife.
That's right.
Right? God said that he don't want to see baby mamas out here.
That's right.
He don't want our women to be side pieces and jump balls out here. God said if you lay with that woman, you got to marry that woman.
That's right.
That's what we teach. We ain't teaching ain't no dudes amongst us that's laying with no sisters that not married. No, a lot of us got wives and children and all that. We ain't doing that. We ain't for all that.
Y'all doing y'all thing.
We ain't for all that. Give me Hebrews. Hebrews.
Okay.
Last one. Hebrews 13 and 5. What time is it?
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable.
You that the Bible said marriage is honorable. That's the thing that the Lord recognizes. Marriages. He don't recognize no boyfriend and girlfriend. Those things gonna get us put to death. Read.
What?
In all, and the bed and the bow. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Hear that? God said whoremongers and adulterers, he gonna judge.
No.
He gonna judge those that's in the midst of those things, in the midst of fornication and all that, and they ain't married, right? Sex is supposed to be between two married people, a man and a woman. All right?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.